How did rich countries really get rich? The hidden game of global economics. Hey, economics enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into the 8-minute story of how rich countries became so wealthy and uncovering the secret game of global economics. Ready to flip through history's pages and discover the truth behind wealth? Spoiler: it's not just luck or natural resources. 1. The Industrial Revolution. The spark of wealth. It all began in 18th century England with the Industrial Revolution. Coal, steam, and machines transformed the world. England led the way in textiles and iron, building factories and dominating global trade. Why England? Geographic advantages, coal reserves, and a powerful navy. Other European nations followed. But the real secret wasn't just machines, it was institutions like the rule of law, property rights, and free markets that laid the foundation for wealth. Was it only a Western story? Nope. Japan's Meiji Restoration in the 19th century embraced Western models, industrialized, and became Asia's first economic powerhouse. Prove that with the right system, geography isn't destiny. 2. Colonialism. Wealth or theft? Now, let's face the darker side. Colonialism played a massive role in Europe's wealth. Spain, Portugal, England, and the Netherlands colonized Africa, Asia, and the Americas, amassing gold, silver, spices, and profits from the slave trade. England's riches from India, for example, funded its industrial revolution. But it wasn't just about stealing. Resources colonies became huge markets for European goods. Was this fair? Absolutely not. While colonies were drained, Europe's coffers overflowed. The effects linger today. According to Oxfam's 2024 report, 69% of global wealth is concentrated in rich northern countries, home to just 21% of the world's population. 3. Institutions and innovation. The engine of wealth. Why did some countries sustain and grow their wealth while others lagged? The answer: institutions. As Daron Acemoglu and James Robinson argue in Why Nations Fail, inclusive institutions systems, where people have economic opportunities and the law is fair, are key. England and the Netherlands built merchant-supporting parliaments in the 1600s, while centralized empires like the Ottomans fell behind. Innovation is the other star. The US led in science and technology from the 19th century. And today, Silicon Valley giants like Apple, Google, and Tesla shape the global economy. The US GDP hit $27.9 trillion in 2023, still topping the charts. 4. Natural resources. Curse or blessing? Qatar, Norway, and the way struck gold with oil and gas. Qatar's per capita GDP was about $88,000 in 2023. But resources don't always mean wealth. The resource curse strikes when poor governance leaves oil-rich nations struggling. Norway, however, smartly manages its $1.3 trillion sovereign wealth fund, boosting prosperity. 5. The modern era. The dance of tech and finance. Today's rich countries dominate tech and finance. Luxembourg, a tiny nation, boasts a per capita GDP of $91,000 as a financial hub. Singapore shines in trade and innovation. China, since its 1978 market reforms, grew its GDP share from 2% to 15%. But is this wealth fair? Oxfam's 2024 report shocks. The world's 5 richest men doubled their wealth to $869 billion since 2020, while 5 billion people got poorer. 6. The hidden game. Global inequality. Rich countries maintain their edge by controlling global trade and finance. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank often serve their interests. Developing nations drown in debt because the system is rigged. In 1820, the income gap between the richest and poorest 20% was 3 to 1. By 1991, it was 86 to 1. 7. Where does Turkey stand? Turkey's GDP hit $1 trillion in 2023, ranking 19th globally. The IMF predicts it could crack the top 5 by 2030. Rapid industrialization, a young population, and strategic location are strengths. But inequality and institutional reforms? That's a bit complicated. 8. Final word. Wealth or justice? Rich countries rose through industrialization, colonialism, innovation, and strong institutions. But much of this wealth came at the expense of others. Today, we talk about trillionaires, yet poverty might persist for 229 more years. Is this game fair? Everyone needs to hear this story. Subscribe, like, and comment to keep unraveling the secrets of wealth and the global economic game.